sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the New Orleans Saints and the Green Bay Packers. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. Well, this defense for the Packers, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for them to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for them to escape the pocket.
Calling a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Out of the gun now on third down. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So opening drive third down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, and the ball should be there. And then they can do some work afterwards.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 47. They'll set up to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
There's Chris Olave. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Well, whatever script they put together for this offensive drive, Charles, seems to be working. Curious to see if this defense will make any adjustments here.
Things certainly going according to plan, aren't they? I mean, the way they're advancing the football, it's like they're on the practice field having one of their better days. But instead, it's game day, and they're moving the ball downfield with purpose.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. Keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage. But not much more than that.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is third down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Bulldozes past him, and it's a fumble, and the Packers pick it up, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Let's face it, everybody at the start of the game has a mental image of how they expect it to go, and I think that was going exactly as they scripted it offensively. Moving the ball well, seemingly in control, and that fumble, that's got to be a little bit deflating, don't you think?
Yeah, foiled the whole plan there, turned the ball over.
Here we go. Cowboys!
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams, and this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Again, it's Williams. Always got some breathing room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 43. He'll look to throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. Back to throw now on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Packers at 11-1 now on the year. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason, and we know that can ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
Go, Nick, go!
Up the middle, it's Williams. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 29. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. He's got the first down and more. And it's a Packers touchdown. Javonte Williams. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Packers are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you try for Brown, and it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. What a season he continues to have defensively. Now a dozen interceptions this year, Charles.
Let's face it, we've watched a lot of ball. But when you get 12 in 1 year, That's better than most careers, isn't it?
Absolutely, and you might be asking for a bump in pay, too.
Oh, no doubt about it. Running right in there and talking to the team.
Come on. Check pass.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Ready, set. Hey, ready.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
Let's go.
On play action, they'll throw. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's a quick throw caught out wide. Touchdown! A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. Yeah, perfect omelet. Dropped it. So a little bit of a turnover. Went right back to and got that omelet and finished it.
You got to do what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do.
Don't worry about your hands, though. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They're going to try and throw. Got an open man. It's Olave. And he is going to have the Saints first down as this defense, boy, a little too loose there. They give up a gain of 19 on 4th down.
Well, they picked up the first down, but I'm just going to say it. I didn't like it before the ball was snapped, and I don't like it now that they picked it up. Think about field position on their own side of the 50. They don't get it. They put their defense in a bad spot.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it up. And the Packers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Looking to throw. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney, and he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carping them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. Gonzalez's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and we connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. On second down, they'll run it here. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. We remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
2nd and 1. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. There he goes, right side. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. This defense, 3 interceptions now. And, Charles, obviously that one for the pick 6. That gives them a 3-possession lead, and they are really in the driver's seat.
Makes you imagine what that lead could become with another half of football left to play, because the way they're getting after it, partner, 30 points, 40 points, even 50 points, that type of a lead, not out of the question. And neither is another pick 6.
Gonzalez good on the extra point. And Brown is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. I know, but well, let me finish.
Okay.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A This is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
They go play action here on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's got to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Check that.
They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Javonte Williams, his 12th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Packers continue to pull away here in this first half. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. But I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. This hasn't been their cleanest first half of football. Last thing they wanted to do was give it up to the opposition, but able to keep it as it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, tough first half, no doubt about it, but if they turn it over there, now things turn a little, how would you say it, dire, and they didn't need that hassle at all. So being able to take care of the football is paramount. Fortunate bounce for them there in order to retain it.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. Here's Tony to return it as he brings it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half? Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Packers. Javonte Williams with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touch. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 43.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. Fourth down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A gutsy decision there at this stage in the second half in their own territory, and a decision that they might regret.
Can't wait for the postmortem. You know, this post-game press conference, because the questions are going to come fast and furious about this decision, no matter how the game turns out, right? What were you thinking there? Why? Did you have a certain play call? Were you confident in your defense? Oh, yeah. Why? It's going to keep coming up.
Yeah, no matter the scoreboard, just tough to justify. They'll come out throwing here on first down. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And complete once again to Watson. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Go, Reed, go!
2nd and 3. And it's caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. Javonte Williams, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers extend their lead yet again. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball. And it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And my goodness, another interception. And the Packers will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, 56 yards. And the Packers get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll drop to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 3rd and 4 now. Now back to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. George Karlaftis, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And now here's another interception. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Packers are going to take possession of the football. He got it out of the pocket there. Was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling. His receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a give up the middle to Williams. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now this throw caught left side. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Back to throw here. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Foyesade Oluokun. He brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. They're going to look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints will take over here at their own 14-yard line. So the deep ball giveth, and now the deep ball taketh away.
Man, you get deep on me here. I like that. Going to the next level in what you're thinking. And when you think about all the success he's had throwing the football so far, sometimes when you're doing that, you think you're invincible out there. But he was given a cold dose of reality on that throw.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Going up top. And this one is incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, Crash.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Big Derek Brown making the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
He'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Gonzalez's kick is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Well, down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best ones in the game are the...
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Hey, check that, street. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter and a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board? So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Hands it off out of the gun. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They'll look to throw here. Flushed out right. And my goodness, another interception. And the Packers are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
Throwing left side, and Watson has it. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Open man right side is Tony. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. They'll look to throw. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the offense is able to pounce on it inside the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 34. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Let's go now.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we've been disappointed watching their execution throughout this contest.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. Take it in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big, you really have like 1 possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do that? and he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
Over the middle here to Brown. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And now here's another interception. And the Packers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that is incomplete.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. The Packers looking to get out of here with a win as they take the knee.